Welcome to the breakdown. I'm your host, Diane Rembert, avid reader, award winning literary blogger, and the founder of Diamond's Literary World, which is my footprint in the literary industry. I wanted to talk to you today about a subject that is ongoing. It's a battle um, that will, I guess, until the end of time, just keep going. But I here lately it seemed to have made a reoccurrence, if you will. And so I wanted to just share my thoughts and get your thoughts about paperback versus ebook. I'm gonna put a little spin on it in a minute, okay? But paperback versus ebook, which is your preference? Okay, so asking me, I'm going to say I can't answer the question, but I will tell you my method. My method changes periodically, just depending on what's going on with me. So I used to read 10 paperbacks. Then I would say, okay, I've had enough paperbacks. Let me go ahead and read 10 ebooks. That got kind of tiring on the eye. So then I narrowed it down to five. Okay, I'm going to do five. For every five paperbacks I'm going to read five ebooks. But then what happened was, um, I, depending on my mood, if I'm sitting in a chair, you guys, and I just got gifted a reclining chair, a massaging reclining chair. Shout out to the man in my life for thinking about me. I came home and there was a reclining massaging chair. So that's where I read my paperbacks because I had gotten away from reading my paperbacks because I bought this thing called a pillow. It was like a pillow pocket. I'm going to show you guys the pillow. So if you guys haven't seen it, this is a pillow pad and it has taken over my reading. Well, my reading in the bed. I love to read in my bed. So I prop it up with my Kindle or my iPad, and that's how I read my ebooks. But then I noticed that, again, I stopped reading my paperbacks. Well, and the reason why I go back and forth, ebooks are definitely much cheaper. They're definitely more convenient because you can go anywhere and have your Kindle or your e-reader. Let's just say your e-reader with you and have hundreds, if not thousands, of books to choose from. You can exit one book and immediately go into the next book, but not after you do that review. But anyway, um, I've lost touch with um, the literary community, the authors. I love going to literary events. I love getting my autographed copies of books. I love just, hearing the banter, if you will, amongst the authors. I love learning new things about them. I love hearing the behind the scenes of where the book ideas came from. And just every time I see them, I learn a little more. Then you get to hang out with authors. How cool is that? And so that's when I started back with collecting my books. And then if you also follow me, you know that I am blessed to receive I'm gifted books all the time. So, okay, what am I going to do about this? And I started back reading paperbacks. So, for me, I can never choose. I can never choose one over the other. I just know that I love them equally. Um, but there's a spin for some of you, not for me, because as you know, we've talked about this before. Um, I do not do audiobooks. Well, I don't listen to audiobooks. But for some of you, that's your choice. Some people love audiobooks. And so then that's now threatening ebooks as well as paperbacks because, you know, I know my daughter, I told you guys before, she goes to work, she knocks them out like this. Like she's listening to like a book a day. I can read a book a day, absolutely, but I cannot listen to a book a day. So now you have the paperback, now you have the ebook, and then you throw in there the audiobook. Like, how is that fair? But I eliminated the audiobook part out, but I'll give you guys a secret. It has just been announced that I am the voice of a particular brand. And so, whereas I don't listen to audiobooks, I narrate them now. Go figure. Go figure. But, and that's because I love books. Now, what's crazy about that, you guys, is I had to read the book with my eyes first before I could actually narrate the book. I know, crazy, right? But that's just the crazy, kooky world of Diamond, aka Diane, aka Diamond, whatever you want to call me. Um, but you know, um, there you have it. Ebook versus paperback. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to know what you think. And I'll tell you another thing, as an avid reader, as a reviewer, a well known reviewer, if your name is put out there, depending on the site that they're put at, people will email you books daily. I get email books daily. I can go to my P.O. box and there's books in there all the time. And I've seen some of your mail, and I know that you guys get the same thing. So, if you are listed as a reviewer, then fall in love with the ebook because you will get a ton of them. Invest in a good pair of glasses because you're going to need them. I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch the video. I want to thank you for telling people about what we're doing over here on the breakdown. I want to thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't done so already, please take a moment to do that now. Please feel free to share the video. Please feel free to, again, leave me all the wonderful comments because they keep me going. They actually do. And I love interacting with you guys more than you would ever know. With that being said, happy reading and be blessed.